Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we are looking at what is coming. So we may be getting some timing on this, we may not. We may just get information about what is coming, what Spirit wants you to know. It really depends on the reading and whatever Spirit deems most relevant for you to know at this time. So we've got the three groups as usual, group 1, group 2, and group 3, and we will reveal the cards when we get into the readings. If you feel called to more than one, there may be multiple messages for you or multiple things coming, and the readings sometimes will also fit together or correlate in certain ways or expand on one another. So use your intuition to guide you to the reading or readings that you feel called to. Take the messages from within those readings that resonate and leave the rest. Use the timestamps below or the chapters to jump ahead to your reading, and we'll see you there. All right. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to this card about what is coming in the future. So you have the King of Cups. I'm hearing new love right away. Okay. I heard new love and romance back to back. So those phrases came through, and the King of Cups can represent that, right? He's a very loving, emotional individual. I'm hearing soul connection. Yeah. Okay. So group number 1, what's coming in the future here is a very profound soul connection. I'm hearing Father archetype as well. We're going to go in with more of these Mystic Mondays cards. So what is coming in this soul connection for group number 1, Spirit? 2 of Cups. There it is. Confirmation. So this is a soul connection, a love or romantic relationship that is really going to feel aligned with you. It's going to bring out the best in you, I'm hearing. Somebody who really gets you, that's what it feels like. You may really get energized when you're in their presence. I'm just getting this sensation of being around this person and having a lot of energy, possibly even becoming overstimulated by that energy initially because you're not used to it. You're swimming in different waters. That's what Spirit just said. So it's like if you've had one type of relationship that was kind of the norm for you, what they're showing me and that's coming in the future, they're saying near future. Okay, so they did just say near future. It's going to be different than what you're used to. They keep saying swimming in different waters, and they're actually showing me like different waters, like clairvoyantly, what I'm seeing right now is like the difference between murky, sort of greenish gray waters is what they've shown me from the past. And then you're going into very clear waters, almost like Bora Bora. Specifically, that's the example that's coming into my mind. So that location or that grid point could be significant, or that could be a synchronicity of some kind. But there's these clear waters that they're showing me, like tropical waters, possibly even vacationing together in the future could be part of this as well. Or there could be a connection at the soul level from locations where travel has been significant. I don't know, maybe you meet this person on vacation, or like I said, you vacation with them. Okay, let's see what else. Wheel of Fortune. This is going to feel, group number 1, like hitting the jackpot. Like this is going to feel like you've won the lottery with this person. Because this friendship, this soul connection, this relationship is extremely gratifying, is actually the word that Spirit just gave me. Gratifying. It's very gratifying for you. There's a lot of grace held within this relationship, and it brings you to a point of focus where you are very clear about what you want. They're showing me a lot of emotional clarity that this person brings to you, whether it's because of their presence in your life or the way that they reflect back to you your own desires or what your wishes are. There's something about like they bring you emotional clarity, where in the past you've had relationships perhaps that didn't do that quite as well, or may have even created more of like murky waters or emotional confusion. This feels like it's a whole different ballgame. Okay. 2 of Swords. They help you to see what you want. Like I keep getting this message about they help you to discern, or they help you to determine what you want. You feel, okay, they're bringing me back to the message of feeling energized with this person. And I saw 333 on the recording time a second ago. So there's an aspect of this union that allows you to harmonize different aspects of yourself. So it's like it brings balance to your mind, your body, and your soul. And I think that's where the clarity is coming from. But this person is not somebody that you feel dependent on either. I'm getting like you can you could take them or leave them, weirdly enough. Like, it's a strange thing for me to say that because this person feels like you hit the lottery, or like it's like a really wonderful soul connection. But I think the clarification here is that you don't need them per se. They are showing you a part of yourself that you've developed, is what Spirit's telling me. But you want them. So like, you wouldn't want to have them exit your life for any reason, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if they did. You would be able to go on with the gift that they've given you, is what Spirit is telling me. Wow, okay, that's beautiful. The World card. This is fascinating because that's a very significant synchronicity for me today. I actually pulled the World card twice for myself this morning. So here it is in your reading group number 1. And it's talking about the world being your oyster here. Again, I feel like there's cycles in time here that are balancing out. I'm getting the word predictive. And that is what this reading topic is about. We're predicting into the future what is coming. And they are telling me to grab out the timing deck. So we're going to do that as well. When Spirit speaks on specific timing, there's a reason for that. Because I find that a lot of the time when I ask for timing from Spirit, they'll just tell me soon, or like it's coming, or they'll show me the image of what's happening, or like the energy, or they'll give me the feeling of it, but they won't actually tell me when. So if they want to bring through timing, it's almost like that is of a predictive quality, and it's kind of like positive predictive programming. So if they're telling it to you specifically, to your conscious ego mind, it's because it's meant to imprint and help it to come about, or help it to facilitate the turning of the wheel. They just said it's facilitating the turning of the wheel. And they said, turn over this deck and look at the bottom. Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Look at these polar opposites too, with the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Very dualistic, but I feel like this is the balance, the twos and the twos here. This is what brings the balance. This is what harmonizes everything. And it's like the polar opposites, they just showed me the world having north and south pole, and even the Wheel of Fortune having like the top and the bottom, the north and the south. There's something about the duality here that really balances out well. And again, I feel like whether you're this person or this person, either way, there's this harmony between you that brings out the best in both. So let's take a look at some of the timing here, what Spirit wants you to know in terms of the timing. Whoa, very soon. They did say near future earlier. And I was saying, when Spirit says soon, it can mean anything. Like they've told me soon before, and it's been like months or years down the line. But then other times they'll tell me soon and it'll happen the next day. So it's like, it's very hit or miss when it comes to timing with Spirit. But if they're bringing it through, they're bringing it through. So let's see what else. Have faith. It feels like you may have doubted that this would manifest or that this would happen in this way. I'm also getting a message that if you're already with this person, or they've been introduced into your life already, and you're starting to see the momentum start to pick up in this relationship, they're saying have faith in it, because there could be doubts that are creeping into your mind about whether this is the right person for you, whether they're the one, whether they're a good friend or romantic partner. It's like there's a certain level of questioning, and they're showing me this is kind of like the aftermath or the leftovers of what has come before. And they're saying don't worry about it. Keep your eye on the prize, they're saying, and manifesting more into the future. They're saying something about unfolding. Something is going to be unfolding. They just said 2 to 4 weeks in my mind. 2 months from now on the card. So 2 to 4 weeks, something is catalyzing. And then 2 months from now, you could see something really physically show up. Connection. I am hearing the word commitment as well. So you could be committing to this person within that time frame of 2 weeks to 2 months. Next month is significant too. So this is very soon. I mean, in the eyes of Spirit, months is soon. Yeah, months is soon. Because there's no time in the spirit realm. And so it's kind of a bit harder to gauge when things are going to happen. Like I've been in the spirit realm and looked from the bird's eye view down at like the timelines here on earth. And it's like everything happens at once. And you can kind of see the trajectory of certain imprints and timelines and different like energetic signatures, but you don't actually see time in the way that we do here. We see it very linear. It's like 1 minute, 1 second, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. It's very linear and we can see it from that perspective, but they don't see it that way. Spirit doesn't see it that way. So the fact that they're even talking about the next couple of months is going to be significant here. They're telling me catalyst for change, something in the next 2 weeks. They keep saying 2 weeks. It's not in the cards, but they're telling me 2 weeks and they said 2 of Swords. So you may be making a significant decision within the next 2 weeks, group number 1, that is going to impact your opportunities to manifest more, to see things come in. They're showing me new directions. The World card, and they're bringing me back to travel again. So there could be some travel decisions that you're making in the next 2 weeks that could show up in the next 2 months. Over the next 2 months, they said. Something about the world, traveling the world. You could be applying for a visa, getting a passport. You could be booking a trip, but not necessarily going on it just yet. You could be meeting this person. You could be discussing the idea of going on certain trips in the future, which are destined to happen, is what Spirit just said. Okay. Yeah. So the group number 1, you're going to be traveling probably with this person, or you're going to meet them when you're traveling. But there's some pretty major catalytic decisions, movement in some way, shape, or form. Moving homes could be a side note there. I'm seeing more like travel, but yeah, that could be part of it. There's a destiny aspect to this with the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. It's like this is most definitely destined to occur. Let's get some additional clarification here from the channeled messages deck. I also saw 1111. Like I was grabbing the deck out and I looked back at the camera and it was 1111. So let's get just a couple of cards from here. We'll do these 3 and we'll see what wants to come up here. Divine masculine. Okay, so you are attracting this divine masculine. I think for most of you, that's going to be the case. If you are the divine masculine, then you're attracting the divine feminine. Just obviously flip and reverse it based on the polarity. But this is what it's about. Like this is the polar masculine that's being called in here. Camera shy. Could be someone who's camera shy, who doesn't like to be to be seen. Maybe you're becoming more public in some way. Maybe it also makes me think of, again, vacationing, like when you take a lot of pictures when you're on vacation. Yeah, so there's something about the world being seen could be part of this as well. You could be seen by this person because you're on camera, or because you're out in the world, or because you're traveling. In your name. Ooh, a bunch of messages just came through from this. Something about in your name, something that is in your name. Could be a contract. This is a soul contract for sure, because it's destined, it's fated. It's very clear to me that it's something that's been held for you. So they're showing me the Akashic records, but they also showed me something about your name being significant, like your actual legal name. Something about changing of the names. Oh, soul contract and changing of the names. This could be marriage. This could lead to marriage, or a marriage partner or spouse, because that's what that makes me think of. Like it's a contract and then you end up changing your name. Okay. Or this could be something about a name change, because they're showing me documents. They're showing me legal things. Before they were showing me like visas and passports, and then they're showing me now like marriage contracts, and they're also showing me like if you were just going to change your own name, how you'd have to go through the government to be able to do that and get a new birth certificate or whatever it is, new driver's license, things like these very sort of like legal things. It's kind of giving me 9th house energy, like a lot of travel and legal matters. Those are both ruled by the 9th house in astrology. So something about your 9th house or 9th house transit for you or this other person could be significant. I also just got Cancer for the King of Cups, like Cancer zodiac sign. King of Cups technically is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but I did just get Cancer. And I was getting Sagittarius, ninth house energy is Sagittarian energy, is Queen of Wands is fire sign energy too. So okay. So group number 1, something is changing pretty drastically. They keep saying next 2 weeks. Okay. So pay attention to the next 2 weeks, what's unfolding for you. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you happen to find this, this will apply to the 2 weeks, basically like from the point of this video activating you, because you've drawn it to you for a reason. You've been catalyzed. They just said again, the word catalyst is like a big thing for you, group 1. You've been catalyzed to this reading because it is activating you, and because it's bringing you awareness, basically. Okay. So what else, Spirit? They said go in with one more deck. I wasn't planning on doing that. Which one? The Everyday Witch Tarot. Okay. We're going to get clarifiers from the Everyday Witch Tarot. What else do you want to tell group number 1 about this contract? King of Swords. And look at that. He's got his book out with the sword. It's like, here's the contract. Read over it. Something about the Akashic records it's like it's stored in your Akash. Yeah, this is a contract that has been set in motion for, I'm hearing, eternity. So this is something that it's like a part of your soul fabric. I don't even know what to make of that. I just got rushing in my ears as well. Major rushing in my ears. Whoa. Okay, so the ears could be significant. The King of Swords can be about communication. So you could be hearing something, learning something. Ninth house is all about learning as well. Beliefs, spirituality, travel, legal documents, contracts. The Sun. They're bringing me back again to the beginning when they were telling me this message about you having more energy around this person. So pay attention to that, because when this person comes in your life, you're going to feel like the stimulation of that masculine polarity activates you in a way. It's healing. It's stimulating. They keep giving me the message that it might be overstimulating initially, because it's kind of like the energy running through your circuitry is more intense than you're used to, and your body will kind of have to adjust to that. So it might be a little bit like you might get like rushing in your ears. They were showing me tingling in your body. Your heart rate might increase when they're around. Like they're very stimulating to you. And this could go both ways too. Like you could overstimulate them as well, because you're very powerful. If I'm kind of looking at the Queen of Wands as your energy, again, flip and reverse if necessary, but it's like either way, you guys are both very powerful, but in like opposite and perfectly balanced ways. This is such a cool reading. The Magician, this is manifesting, and they're bringing me back to the message again, if the world is your oyster. Did I say that earlier? I meant to, if I didn't, but yeah, the world is your oyster, group 1. So there's something that you're manifesting here that you have manifested. They just corrected me. You have manifested this. Within the next 2 months, you're manifesting travel. That is a very strong message. They keep bringing that through. So you're manifesting travel into new places. They're saying something about stasis. You're getting out of stasis, coming out of stasis. You're being activated. You could even, like the way that they're showing me the energy of this relationship, you could even be getting like overstimulated because you're doing some Kundalini activation, or that's what's happening. Like you're getting Kundalini rising and you're like, whoa, what's happening? Because it's so intense, right? Because the polarity of the connection here is part of this sacred contract to awaken the highest expression of your soul. That just all channeled right out my mouth. So you could even have your channeling abilities increasing. Psychic abilities, telepathy, connection with this person is really intense in these ways because you have lived many lifetimes together, or it's like your souls share a lot of wisdom or knowledge. They're showing me all the books in the bookshelf in the background. Books or bookshelves could be significant, could be a synchronicity there because they're really, really, really highlighting that to me. Something about information, knowledge, wisdom. Yeah, again, feels like ninth house. 3 of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Whoa, they just said fly free little birdie, and they're showing me the bird out the window in the rain there. Fly free little birdie. No more spilled ink. And there's like a spilled ink pot there. No more spilled ink. The journal is reminding me of Tom Riddle's journal in Harry Potter for some reason right now. I mean, I did just watch that movie, but there's something about no more spilled ink. I'm hearing no more wasted time. Yeah, catalyst for change, catalyst for growth. I'm hearing again, they keep repeating that. And the Chariot. You're going to be making a pretty big decision, group number 1. The Two of Swords here, and this way or that way in this Chariot card. This is the sidecars could be a synchronicity or a significant thing as well. It's like this person is being added into your life. You could be carrying them with you, or they're carrying you with them. And you're deciding which direction to go together, or they're catalyzing you to make a decision. Not like they're forcing you to, but it's like you just do. Six of Swords. There's definitely travel that's coming for you here, or that you're coming for the travel, really. Fall time could be significant. I just really noticed the leaves kind of dancing around her here and on her wrist. Something about the arm, the forearm. Foreknowledge is forearming. Ah, okay. 4 of Cups under that. So I feel like you've been patient waiting for this for a while. This is something that's coming full circle. This is a cycle that has been underway for a very long time. Very long time. Like many, many years, maybe even definitely lifetimes for sure. Because they keep showing me something to do with the Akashic record. So there's been a build up to this for quite a long time, group number 1 for you. But you've manifested it at the right timing and in the right way. And you're going to be choosing a direction with this person that is unfolding a lot of opportunities for growth and healing, catalyst for more. They're telling me something about you becoming more, maybe seeing yourself in a different light because they awaken this aspect of you that was in stasis or that was lying dormant. They are opening your Akash. What? They are opening your Akash. Whether they know how to do this or this is just happening kind of like as a byproduct of your connection. They're saying catalyst again. So this person is a catalyst for you to open up parts of yourself that have remained dormant or lain dormant for quite some time. They're saying lifetimes, new skills coming online, they're telling me. And they are showing me Kundalini. So that tracks. Yeah. When your Kundalini gets activated, you will start to become more sensitive, more psychic, more aware, more attuned to your soul expression, more aligned with your purpose. You will be catalyzed into these progressive timelines that will shoot you forward in your ascension path. So this feels like a very significant connection, group number 1, and it's coming in the near future, very soon, if it's not already around. Okay. Anything else you want to relay to group number 1, Spirit, before we go? They said 2 by 2, something about 2 by 2. Number 2 could be a significant synchronicity, like 222, or something about 2 by 2. It reminds me of Noah's Ark, like 2 animals or couples, pairs. Again, you get the 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords. I'm seeing the Justice card clairvoyantly in my mind. Libra, relationship, obviously, balance, scales of justice, like could be karmic neutrality as well. Building for the future. Building with this person for the future, definitely. I feel that strongly. You build a new world together, something about creating a new world. You could be creating timeline potentials with this person as well that lead to a new world of potential. Ooh, yeah, this is a very spiritually based relationship, even if it doesn't look like that on the surface. That's what's going on behind the scenes. At soul level, this is a divinely orchestrated relationship that is meant to elevate both of you and the world at large. It's like a collective thing too. Holy cow. Okay, group number 1. Within a month, they're saying something very significant is going to happen within a month. So keep your eye on the calendar. Don't get attached to anything. Remain open and fluid, they're saying, but really welcome whatever this is that this person is bringing in, or that welcome this person into your life, because it's very divinely guided and you're going to feel that as you flow through this. Lots of healing. Healing of the heart is a huge theme here as well. Okay, I think that's everything, group number 1. Let me close out your reading here, wishing you the best for this relationship connection. If you were interested in any of the other groups, feel free to check those out as well. They could have additional context. And if this was it, then that's fine too. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and allowing me to read for you. If you liked the reading or if you resonated with it, let me know in the comments below, or you can just hit the like button. And if you want to dive deeper here on the channel, we do have options to do that. If you're looking for personal readings, I'm offering those right now on a limited basis. And the link to book is through the website. It's tarotandbeyond.com, which is in the description box below. You can also become a member here on the channel to get additional pick a card readings weekly, stores of all of the past pick a card readings, and additional live streams for soul family members. If you're interested, information is in the description box below the video. And I thank you again. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose this particular card of what is coming in the near future. Let's find out what it is. The Chariot. Okay. So fast movement. I'm seeing you getting the ball rolling. They're showing me. Oh, okay. So they showed me a couple of things really fast there, clairvoyantly. First thing they showed me was you gaining momentum in something, getting that ball rolling. And then they showed me Sisyphus. The story of Sisyphus is about this man who was cursed to roll this boulder up the hill, and it would always get to this certain point that it would roll back again, and he would just do this futile thing over and over and over again. And they actually showed me you getting to the top of the mountain with that boulder and then going down the other side. So instead of being cursed to continually repeat the same thing over and over and getting stuck, you're actually able to break. They're saying something about breaking the seal and getting over the hump because of this momentum. Wow. So big changes coming in the next few weeks. That was a message that came through in group 1 as well. Let me see. Yeah, Knight of Swords. This is fast moving energy. This is like big movement, big momentum, something. They keep saying getting the ball rolling, and you're going to see it like snowballing. They're showing me somebody, you pack like snowball in your hand, and then you start rolling it, and it gains all of that. It gains all of that matter to it. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And instead of it becoming harder to roll as it gets bigger, in this case, it gets easier to roll because it starts to, they're showing me downhill, like the bigger it is, the more momentum it has. So something you've been doing, what is this? What have you been doing, group number 2? Something you've been doing is gaining momentum. What is this? King of Swords. Knight and King of Swords. It could have something to do with your career, something to do with communication. They showed me the Chariot here in context of career. So something with your work is gaining momentum, or projects. It doesn't have to be specifically work or career, but something of a project, something nature-based. That's very random. I don't think that's going to be for everyone. They said something about nature-based, or it's connected to your nature. Okay. The Empress. This is going to bring in a lot of wealth, security, success, fruits of your labors, long-term stability, I'm hearing. And they're showing me these plants. What are they? What are those called? I know the name. I looked it up before because I saw those as a synchronicity a couple years ago. And I researched into what that meant. Not Montes, it's like, I can't remember. Anyway, it starts with an M. Those plants represent longevity, wealth, long life. Yeah, so I'm seeing that here for you, group number 2, 3 of Cups. This is looking good. Like in the next, I would say 3 weeks. King of Wands on the bottom. Major progress in some kind of a project that you've been investing time and energy into. And you could have some kind of a success where you get to celebrate this with the people that you love. Short distance travel could be part of this as well. You could be driving back and forth different places or getting a new car. That's a random message, side message, but that's coming through as well. And they're showing something about natural, what is this about nature? They keep saying nature and natural. Like this comes naturally to you, or it's something that's in your nature. Serendipity. Look at that clover too. This is very lucky group 2. If you chose this group, you're in alignment right now. Because you guys know, if you're not new to the channel, I always say luck is spiritual alignment. And when you get into alignment, you just start manifesting luck. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're having bad luck that you're out of alignment. It can mean that you're out of alignment if you start having bad luck. Sometimes it's the opposite though. Sometimes you have a little bit of a spell of bad luck right before you're about to go through a breakthrough because you've been in alignment and things are shifting to allow you to move to the next level. So either way, there's alignment there, but you'll have to discern for yourself. Like if it's just a spurt of bad luck, usually it's not a bad thing. If it's been going on for a long time, then yeah, it would be. But I'm seeing here that you've probably started to see your luck shift. You're probably starting already, or you will in the next couple weeks. They keep saying something about 3 weeks to see things build and gain momentum, and things are just like they're going off without a hitch. There's something about like this series of events or this progression that really leads you forward confidently. Fork in the road. Wow. I'm seeing like road travel. Yeah, again, they're showing me like short distance travel. And fast, and a lot of it. So you could be driving back and forth a lot to different places in the next couple weeks. You could be connecting with certain people. There could be multiple people you're having conversations with. You're linking up with the right people at the right time, group number 2. So in the near future, you're going to be meeting some people. So keep your options open when it comes to possibly even dating or romance for some of you. But I think if this is career, these could be people who are helping to progress you. Like they help you build momentum because they see your potential and they start directing it, or they help you direct it in where it needs to go. Message in a bottle. You're going to be getting a lot of information coming in pretty quickly here with the Knight and the King of Swords and the message in the bottle. Yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of information. Okay, I did just hear redirection. So you could get some information that redirects you on your career path or with a creative pursuit. Somebody could be, again, you could be like serendipity. Let's say you like bump into someone at a coffee shop, or you bump into someone when you're out in a location you wouldn't normally be, but you had to be there to go run an errand or to do something. Or you could be linking up with someone. I'm hearing something about online, like you could connect with someone virtually and then meet them in person, and they bring you a lot of information. I'm hearing business contact. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be strictly business. For others of you, there could be romance involved. Exchanging gifts. This person or this situation, it allows you to, it's like you're going to see your potential flourish. Your gifts are going to be recognized. I'm seeing that big time here. And you're overcoming some chaos and conflict that may have been keeping you like in that Sisyphus kind of loop, like that negative feedback loop where things were not necessarily progressing. You kept doing the same thing and not getting any result out of it. There was like frustration before, there was stagnation, or there was some kind of resistance. And I'm seeing in the next few weeks, things starting to shift there. Okay. Yeah, they do want more clarification from this deck. So I want to ask a specific question here. For group number 2, Spirit, what are they doing differently that is bringing this about? 2 of Cups. You might want to check out group number 1. Spirit is recommending that for some of you, not all of you. So I would encourage you to use your discernment. If you get a no on group number 1, don't watch it. If you get a yes, or it starts to, you get a little bit of a pull, listen to that, because there's some kind of an activation in group 1 for some of you here. But this could be romantic for those of you who do feel drawn to group 1. Definitely. But the other thing that I'm seeing here is there's something different that you're doing in relationships. Business contacts, they keep saying that here. Something about business contacts are opening up for you. So maybe you've like sent out your resume, or you've put yourself on some kind of virtual Maybe for some of you, it is a dating site. For others of you, this is like, what are those things like monster.com or I don't know. Like, I don't know what the things are these days with like looking for jobs online. There's something about that, or you are something that you've communicated or shared publicly in some way gets recognized, and then somebody reaches out to you, or you bump into someone. Like there's something about very serendipitous connections. Right place, right time, they just said. Right place, right time, group number 2. And you're going to see things unfold. People recognizing your gifts. You're going to be receiving, I'm hearing something about downloads. Okay, you could be receiving some downloads. I also heard emails, downloading something through an email. Some of these connections are through email. The next question I was going to ask was, what direction is this leading you in terms of your career? 6 of Pentacles, you're going to be earning more money. And your gifts are going to be recognized. You're going to be paid or compensated is actually the word that they're saying here. Compensated more fairly or more accurately for what you can do or what you offer, what you provide. Yeah, a lot of recognition here. And that it's showing up in the form of abundance. I'm hearing taken care of. So you're going to be taken care of in some way, or you're going to get what you've deserved. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of hard work, group number 2, and it hasn't necessarily shown physically. Maybe a little bit, but it's like you haven't seen the full effects of what you've been building. They're showing me a snowman. Well, they were showing us before that image of like the snowball effect, but now they're showing me like building a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Maybe you're unlocking some kind of gifts, because that makes me think of Elsa embracing her magic, and you have exchanging gifts here. You expressing your gifts could lead you into new positions of power. 6 of Swords. Short distance travel is definitely a factor here. I don't know how this is going to apply. They are showing me cars. I just saw a flash of a black SUV, but I'm also seeing a white car. Okay, random, but when Spirit brings that through, that's for a reason. I feel like you're going to be very satisfied with the outcome here, group number 2. Within the next few weeks. So there's something in the next 3 weeks that you're going to be satisfied with the outcome. And it's almost like you're sailing off into the sunset. Something is accomplished, I'm hearing. And they're showing me those scales being, balanced. A lot of balance here. You could be getting, like, let's say, for example, you're getting aligned with a job. This could be that somebody recommends you for a job, or you put your resume in somewhere and then you get a call back, you get the interview, you do really well in that interview, you meet the right person at the right time, you make the decision, and then this person, the boss or whoever, wants to offer you, what? I just heard the word stipend. I don't even know what stipend is or what that means. Okay, if you know what stipend means, I don't feel like grabbing my computer and looking it up right now, but I don't know, something about that. Put it in the comments if you know, for group 2s who want to know what that means. But it's like you get a good offer, good compensation. If this is relationship, this person is somebody who reciprocates in some way. They could show love through exchanging of gifts, through communication, or through, like they want to spoil you, or they want to show that they love you in a very physical, sort of grounded way, or they help you to get past some kind of a block that you had, overcome a hurdle. I'm hearing overcoming a hurdle, getting past, right? They did say breaking the seal earlier. 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. There's definitely an equal exchange of finances here. So whatever you're giving, you're going to get that back. I don't know why I just wanted to look underneath. 4 of Wands. So it's a new structure, a commitment. King of Wands again. Look at that. Okay, so the King of Wands is a very significant energy, and the Empress again too. So you've got doubles of the Empress and doubles of the King of Wands. This is an indication that you're going to be very successful in business endeavors that you've been putting into motion, especially creative ones, like, because both of these energies are very creative. So if you're getting into a creative line of work, if you're already in a creative line of work, if you have a passion project you've been pursuing, but you haven't seen a lot of momentum with it, if you are wanting to move or travel, but you haven't had the resources, you're going to be able to do that. Next few weeks, they keep saying it's going to be significant. Is there anything that group number 2 needs to know about allowing this to happen, Spirit? Yeah, they said to grab the coffee cup oracle for that. So let me just grab those out. What does group number 2 need to know about these changes? Ooh, yeah, that one. Success and pride with the crown. Ooh, I heard crowned victorious. And you know what that actually made me, when I said that, I heard Crown Victoria, which is a type of car. So there's something to do with cars here. Vehicles are significant. Maybe you're getting a vehicle and you can commute to work, or there's something, maybe you get more money from a job or a project and then you're able to get a new car. But you're being crowned. You're having a level of success here. You know what? I'm also seeing something about this victory being purposeful. What? Romance and sweetness. Yeah, for some of you, group number 1 is relevant here. Romance and sweetness. Yeah, you've got a lot of sweetness coming in here with that Empress card twice and the sweetness card. It feels like you have a lot of I'm hearing the word boons. Boons is kind of like wishes granted. Your wishes are being granted. Something, again, it's gaining momentum. But I was going to say it's kind of like you get what you've wished for. Old woman, sadness, and female. You know, the Empress energy is very feminine. The female energy is strong here, but you also have a lot of masculine in this reading. I heard overcoming the barrier, and they showed me somebody jumping or like vaulting themselves over this fence in the background. So again, something that you felt like you were blocked in, something that was keeping you stuck. You're able to just jump over it. But what are you doing differently? Like, I want to know. Gazelle, change and purity. Purifying something. I feel like for some of you, you've recently made some changes or some decisions. Maybe you came to a fork in the road and you chose to go in a different direction or to purify something, to make some necessary changes. And that big shift is leading to long-term stability for you, because it's getting you outside of where you were before. It's like you were stuck in a loop and you're getting out of that now. Okay. Peace and serenity with the dove. Peace and serenity. Look at the big dove here too. So confirmation, the dove synchronicity or symbol could be significant. Dove, spirit animal. To me, the dove represents freedom. And we have unfolding surprise with the envelope. Something about the mail. I did just hear certificate. That's very specific. Certificate. You could be getting a certificate in the mail. No, they said specifically certificate of completion. This could be literal, and that's why you're getting paid more, or that's why you're applying for different types of jobs, or you're stepping into a new line of work, or you're doing something in a new upgraded way. It could even be a sales certificate, like for a vehicle if you're buying something. But I was also seeing it symbolically as the certificate of completion of whatever the lesson was that you were in before. Like you were kind of in this feedback loop that kept repeating, and there was this energy of frustration, sadness, futility, just feeling stuck. Like, why isn't this working? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't this progressing? And they're showing me that through some kind of a big change that you're making, because of a choice to move in a different direction or to put yourself out there possibly in a different way. Yeah, to share your gifts more openly, more publicly, to I'm hearing wait for the return. They're saying wait for the return. So maybe you put yourself out there and then you had to be patient and wait for somebody to approach you. It's giving me like, projectors in human design have to put it out there and then wait to be approached, or wait for the invitation, literally. And you have the envelope. So it could be, you had to wait for the invitation. And look, underneath that you have, oh, I didn't mean to grab this one. We'll talk about that, but slowness and protection with the turtle. So it felt like it went really slow initially, but that was for your protection because you had to be really stable. Oh, okay. They just showed me the snowball again. And it's like, you had to make sure that the snow was really compacted before it started gaining momentum. Because if it started rolling down the hill and it wasn't really compacted yet, it would have all broken apart. And then all of your hard work trying to get that snowball up the mountain would have been for nothing. So you kind of had to like roll it back and forth up and down that mountain like Sisyphus. But what that was doing was like hardening the snowball, was making it like rock solid. They're saying something about rock solid, they're showing it to me like ice, like a ball of ice. And then once you get past that block that was at the top there, like that peak, the momentum shifts, it starts to move, the inertia, it works in your favor. And the solidity that you've built is now, it can carry you forward and it can last the long term. If this is to do with love, because you do have love, new love, and the heart being significant here in your reading, this is then talking about like the work that you've been doing to purify your relationship with yourself. Something about third-party situations, removing past relationship patterns. I just heard, literally third-party situations being past relationships that you may have kind of carried with you, and you're getting rid of them so that they don't blow things apart. But you had to go slow to make sure that this would all unfold in a way that was going to last the long term. So in terms of timing, they keep saying 3 weeks, and they keep pointing me specifically to the 3 of Cups. So in this context, you're going to have something to celebrate. Within the next 3 weeks, you could be going out with people and connecting, either meeting them in this new way, going on dates if it's new love, or you could be celebrating with your friends and family around some kind of an achievement that you've managed to finally accomplish here. And I think that's why you're going to be booked and busy, or you're going to be driving around a lot, or you're going to be kind of all over the place, but in a good way. Group number 2. So that's what I'm seeing. Let me see if there's any final closing messages for you here from Spirit. They just said, pursue your passions. Yeah. So passion projects, things that you're passionate about, letting the sadness be lifted from your heart. They just said as well, lightening your load. And then they're showing me the solidification of that snow into ice. It's really strong. And then it's able to make its way down the hill into this like green valley of lush empress type energy where you've got your needs being met here. Okay. So you're picking up speed here, group number 2, and the momentum is working in your favor. So I'm really happy to report that message for you. I hope that this serves you at this time for your greatest and highest good, as always. Thank you so much for being here in the reading. If you enjoyed the reading, let me know how it resonated in the comments, or just like the video. That helps to see kind of who really, really resonated or benefited from the readings here. And if you're looking to go deeper, I do have personal readings available at this time for a limited time. Still not sure how long that's going to be going on, but if you'd like to take advantage, that is on the table. The link to book or order your reading, I should say, is in the description box below to my website. It's tarotandbeyond.com. And if you want to dive deeper here on the channel, we also have memberships available through YouTube, and you can become a member by exploring the link in the description box as well, which will show you the different tiers and the different options therein. You get additional pick a card readings, the whole cache of pick a card readings that have been done up to this point on the member side, and monthly live streams with me if you're interested in that tier. Lots of love, guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next reading. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out what's coming in the future for you here. You chose this card. Let's see. 4 of Cups. Okay. All right. The first thing I heard was dissatisfaction put at ease. Dissatisfaction put at ease. So something that you were not content with or not happy with, your heart is going to be put at ease. That's what they're showing me. Your heart is going to be put at ease. They're also saying relax. And they're playing that song. They're playing that song in my head now. Relax, don't do it. Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. So they're definitely emphasizing this relaxation. Especially if you were kind of like attached to a particular outcome. 6 of Cups. What is this dissatisfaction about, Spirit? Or why was that here? And how is this shifting in the future? 3 of Wands. A direction you've wanted to move in for a really long time. Maybe even a dream you've had since childhood, or something you've wanted to see physically manifest in your life, but you didn't. Like it, or it did, but it didn't come in the way that you had hoped. I'm hearing moving on, and we've got the Moon card. Okay, so moving on. You're moving on from an old archetype, I'm hearing. What do you mean archetype, Spirit? It almost feels like a concept of yourself that you're moving on from, group number 3, in the near future here. 10 of Wands. Because the continuation of the discontentment, like the feeling of that was becoming heavy. And so you're shifting. How? 6 of Wands. You are fighting back. I don't know why I'm getting that from the 6 of Wands. It's about victory and accomplishment, maybe even being recognized. But I'm seeing you're fighting back, which is technically more 7 of Wands, but that's what they're saying. So what are you fighting back against? Pushing past the burden, they're saying. Okay. Let me see what other decks they want me to use for you guys. Group number 3. I'm seeing this angel deck. Okay, let's go in with that. What does group number 3 need to know about this? I'm still not super clear on what this is coming in the future here. Saint Francis, animal communication, activism, and service. The dove really standing out on his shirt here. Animals, yeah, animal communication, the stag and the fox, the rabbit, the mouse, the owl, like you guys have a lot of animal support here for some reason. Since you were a kid, you've been connected to the land. That's what Spirit just said, okay? Archangel Christiel, ooh, higher consciousness, light, and Christ light. Something about astrology, avocados, veganism could be significant. Goddess Gaia. Yeah, a lot to do with Mother Nature, the elements, and the provider. So, this is a really sort of more abstract message than I was expecting. Group 1 and 2 were a little bit different in what was coming up for them. Hathor on the bottom here, celebration, rejuvenation, and gratitude. Celebration, rejuvenation, and gratitude. So group number 3, if I kind of had to like put words to what I'm seeing here, it's a little bit obscured because the moon energy is making this reading a little bit less tangible. But I would have to say that in the near future, you're getting relief from something that was kind of heavy. It was weighing on you and you felt stuck or discontent with where you were at, maybe even ungrounded. Yeah, I think that's part of this, is like you were feeling pretty ungrounded. and disconnected from a part of yourself or a dream that you've had for a long time and feeling like it was never going to come in the way that you had hoped, or that you were too old for it, or that it was too much work. But I'm seeing that you're actually getting a lot of support. They're actually showing me now, clairvoyantly, a Disney princess when she goes, and like sings for the little helpers to come, the little animal helpers to come and help her like clean the house or something. So I feel like you're getting angelic, specifically angelic and nature-based spirit support in regard to some kind of heavy burden that you've been carrying or heavy lifting. And you're going to come out of this victorious because you're fighting for what you want. Now, something about the nature of the rose. I do have a rose deck. Let's do that. The nature of the rose. The nature of the rose. The artist. This could, like, it feels like a dream, but you may have believed that this was pie in the sky, or there could have been like a lot of heaviness around the ideas that you wanted to express or the direction that you wanted to go. I'm hearing something about lack of progress due to confusion in the heart, and you have the heart here. They're showing me heart heaviness, like your heart was heavy or burdened because of disappointment, or not even really disappointment. Yeah, I guess it would be like low-level disappointment, but it feels more like disbelief. Maybe not believing in yourself, or not believing that this goal or this dream was accomplishable. Not believing that you could earn, or that you were worthy of receiving the support that you need, or to have something provided to you. It just feels like you kind of were struggling along for a while. The creator, it's like starving artist energy. This is what this is giving me, group number 3. The creator, the artist, the 10 of Wands. It feels like you've been kind of in this starving artist energy. I'm hearing coming out of lack. The self, it's a lot to do with your self-concept. So this reading, it's not so much about what is going to happen in the future. This is actually talking more for you, group 3, about what is going on right now, or what you could be doing in the near future that is going to shift things for you in a positive way, and it will lead to a positive outcome. But you're not necessarily meant to know what that is just yet. It's connected to a dream, which is directly derivative of like your concept of self. So I'm seeing you getting more in touch with this inner child part of you, this creative side of you, or this old concept of this dream that you had, or this desire to pursue something that's very satisfying for you, but you've had to kind of like, they just showed me somebody saying, like, to a kid, like, that's not realistic. You can't do that job. I want to be a famous singer, or I want to be an artist, or I want to make whatever. And a parent being like, no, that's not realistic. You have to get a real job. So you may have felt like you needed to grow up, or somebody told you literally to grow up, and your dreams were dashed or set to the side in some way. And I'm seeing in the near future here, you returning to this archetype of the self, this artist that you have within you. And it doesn't have to be in a traditionally artistic line of work or pursuit, but it's a part of you that needs to be expressed. And that's the point, because you are a creator. Okay. This could also have to do with healing too. Part of like healing is an art. Yeah. Like if you're healing yourself or you're healing others, that's an art form. If you're reading for others, that's an art form. If you're creating actual literal art, spoken, written, painted, drawn, anything like that, music, like that's all obviously art forms as well. Sculpting. There's so many different things, but hair, they just showed me something about hair. Styling hair is definitely an art form. Like maybe you wanted to be a hairstylist or you wanted to look a certain way. This could be like your concept of self is changing. And maybe you're even changing the way you look or the way you dress as a result of that, because you're not going to let the fears of the past or the discontent limit you anymore. Oh, they showed me hair again, and they showed me Rapunzel and how she's trapped in the tower and she's bored. That's that Four of Cups energy. It's like a lot of Disney princess vibes here for you, group number 3. It's an archetype. Again, it's like the archetype of that, what that represents. Purity of spirit, connection to the nature spirits as well. A divinely guided journey of self-discovery. Making choices, they're saying. They said get more cards, and we're going to go in with this this other deck. What is this dream? Let me ask that question. What is this dream for group number 3? What is this dream? 6 of crystals. Yeah, I want to say like to be fairly compensated, group number 3. To not have to constantly push so hard or work so hard or do so much to get so little. It's this very starving artist. It's coming from this lack vibration that you may have in the subconscious. It could be something that you were programmed with pretty early on. Hair can also have to do archetypally or symbolically, I should say, with the lineage, like with your family. So it could be something you learned from your parents, maybe a mother. Ace of Wands. You're needing to pursue a creative outlet of some kind, okay? And it's not meant to be repressed anymore. I feel like a certain level of your creative expression was repressed. They're showing me something folding in on itself, and now they're actually showing me origami. That makes me think of multiple different things. Folding in on itself, and then making something beautiful out of it. Taking something mundane like a piece of paper and making it into something unique and beautiful just by folding it in different directions. Maybe you had to experiment with different ways of doing something, or you had to put in a lot of work to try and figure out what directions you needed to go, where to make those folds, how to cut those creases, how to make yourself into, they're showing me an origami swan, making yourself into a swan. This could have to do with beauty. Maybe this was part of the dream from when you were a child and you're healing this part of you, because there's a lot here to do with healing. Healing the way you see yourself. You are a walking work of art. I just heard that. Healing the way you see yourself. You are a walking work of art, but maybe you felt like you constantly needed to work at this. But I think you're going to be appreciating yourself more. King of Swords. I heard learning not to back down. And they're showing me you seeing things from multiple perspectives. So past, present, and future. You're seeing the connection between where you've been, who you are now, and who you want to be. And you're kind of like unifying those and then having laser focus, finding a way to express that more directly. They just said, okay. Whatever you're going to be doing here in the next little while, 7 of Swords, it's like you're coming out of hiding. You're not going to be hiding these parts of yourself, or you're going to start digging a little deeper to reveal the parts of yourself that have been hiding from you. There's a lot here to do with like creativity that was repressed or hidden from you. Why? The Hierophant. I feel like you needed to learn what you truly valued, to get grounded in your sense of self, I'm hearing, and to something about valuing what you want, like what you've dreamed of, because it's easy to let it go. There's something about it was easy to let it go, but it was hard not to have it. The High Priestess. There's a lot of psychic development work here that you're doing, group number 3. The Hierophant is like the priest, and then the high priestess right next to it. So you've been working on discovering these core values within you that connect you to your divine spiritual purpose and your creatorship. Animals, again, very significant. The white tiger, taming the tiger within, I just heard. Maybe it was like a wild part of you that you needed to integrate, or this wildness within you can be used in a way, or this tiger or this wildness was tamed in a way that was not helpful, and you're having to reignite the wild passion within you again to let it free or set it free. Ooh, starseed. Group number 3, you are a creator. Like whether or not you have fully stepped into this, since you were little, you've been very sensitive. I see that. The 6 of Cups, this is you in the past, very sensitive, very emotionally connected, very heart-centered, connected to animals, very nature, heart-based, love-based, energetically or psychically sensitive for sure. And needing to ground or needing to connect to nature to ground or stabilize that level of energetic sensitivity that you have, because you're not from here. You are able to tap into past, present, and future. You're probably very psychic. Like I keep saying it, but what I mean here in this context is this psychicness is a part of your creative gift. Gifts, multiple. They just said you have multiple gifts, and you channel this Christ light through you. Crown chakra, heart chakra, and sacral are significant in this reading, or for you to work on here in the near future. I think you're going to be doing some self-focused healing in the next couple weeks or the next couple months, group 3, that is going to really transform how you see yourself. And then from there, you're able to reintroduce concepts or desires, creative pursuits that you've wanted to accomplish but didn't feel like you were cut out for in some way, or that they were meant for you, or that you could do it. But you're going to get the help. You're going to get the support. You're going to get the guidance as well. You're getting a lot of spiritual guidance here. I keep seeing angels, spirit animals, spirit guides, your own higher self, spiritual information, esoteric wisdom, information on starseed origin could be significant. If you're interested in that, you can check out my old channel, To Kitty and Beyond. If you go to my homepage, my channel is linked there. I have many of the starseeds kind of detailed there from the human perspective and also from the galactic perspective. So it can be helpful to integrate some of that knowledge or wisdom if you're interested. It just feels like you are, I heard totality. What do you mean? You're totaling things up, group number 3. You're bringing things all, they said summation. You're bringing things all into account here. So it feels like integration of your past self, integration of what you want in the future timelines of your potential, what you can become, and who you're meant to be, where you've been before, from even beyond this earth. They said starseed symbol, and they're showing me symbols in my mind now. They're saying activation codes. Oh, we're going to bring through some activation codes. Okay. For those of you who would like to receive these activation codes at this time, just check in with your intuition, feel into your body, or check in with your guides or higher self if you are meant to receive these codes from me at this time, or possibly at a later date. Just nod your head or say yes or consent in some way to receiving these codes now. If not, that's totally fine. It's just not for you, or you're not meant to at this time. But for those of you who it's for, we're going to be bringing through some codes now, okay? So this is going to help to activate the clearing of the subconscious blocks that were in your lineage that were preventing you from elevating to this ascended level of awareness and integration of your psychic gifts, integration and activation of your creative flow, and the pursuit of knowledge that will result in your fluidity or the facilitation of your creative purpose. They're saying something about creative purpose there. Okay, so I'm just bringing through some Reiki for you. Divine sacred white light, Christ consciousness coming through, activating heart center, sacral and crown. As I said before, 3 points on the map. They're saying 3 points on the map. 3 points on the map. I don't know. They wanted me to say it 3 times. Okay, that's part of the activation. Right, okay. 3 by 3, the rule of 3. Say hey key, say hey key, say hey key. You have the key, open to the key. The key is within you. Unlock the key. It is in your heart. Dive deep, go back in time, reveal yourself to yourself, and you will see the stagnancy that has been blocking your creative potential in its fullest light come to fruition in a way that frees you from yourself. They're showing me a shadow self and a light self. Integration of inner child, definitely. They're showing me unboxing something, opening something up. Something is brought into the light of day, something that was hidden in the darkness. Like it's a little bit like Pandora's box, but in a good way. You're opening up these things that were hidden away. You're seeing them for the first time. They were self-sabotaging. Oh, there was some self-sabotage mechanisms, the shadow self. Oh, even like false self. It was like a fabrication of a shadow version of these negative lessons that you learned that needed to be unpacked or have been needing to be unpacked. And you've been getting a lot of support directing you in how to do this. Yep. And they're showing me the next few months and into the next few years being really significantly profound for you, group number 3, in this transformation of yourself, the reintegration of your authentic self, shedding of the layers of the false self, they're saying. And they're showing me like rock casing around your body, kind of being like cracked open and shaken off. A healed version of you is revealed, they said, and you're stepping out of this encasement that you were encasing that you were in. Shedding of the skin could be significant. Transformation and healing. They're showing me the snake. A lot of nature-based spirits are here, so a lot of animal support. Pay attention to animal spirit guides that present themselves to you. They're showing me insects, they're showing me animals, and they're showing me mythical animals, creations and creatures. It's just still going with the Reiki here. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of clearing. So not just a reading today, activation and healing. Fantastic. I love when that happens. So clearing the mental body, going into the astral self, the Akashic field. I am an Akashic reader and Reiki master, so that's actually one of my specialties in what I do. So bringing forward parts of the self that are no longer relevant or serving the higher self in its ascension process. We're just bringing those forward, welcoming them to be seen, to be understood and integrated with love and compassion, and disintegrated is what there's like repurposing. There's a recycling process going inward, going on within, and clearing away any of the fragments of the self that don't need to continue to negatively influence or impede you in your path or purpose. Okay. 1, 2, 3, it is done, they said. 1, 2, 3. Okay, anything else, Spirit, that you want to bring through for group number 3? They said perfect order, purpose, alignment, pursuit of passion, follow your dreams. They're showing me the inner child jumping for joy, dancing and playing freely without a care in the world. They're showing me that being integrated or overlaid into your heart. So you feel that, you are that. You are free, you are free, you are free. Spread your wings. And they're showing me the bird coming out of a cage. That's a synchronicity from recently. That's been coming up in some of the readings, the bird in the cage. So you're getting freed. And they're showing me a flower blossoming. Oh yeah, the flowers. They're showing me a flower blossoming. Just seeing it all clairvoyantly in my mind's eye. And there's like a fairy in the flower that's coming out of the flower. It's like waking up and then flying around. I feel like you're getting some magical fairy guidance. Fairies are with you. The animal spirits definitely, like fairies and animals, are very much in that same sort of vibrational frequency. And it's helping you to heal and expand and express your heart. Okay, group number 3, I think that is everything. So I really hope that this reading benefited you today on multiple different levels of your spirit and your soul's path and trajectory, they're saying. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that we were able to align today to facilitate this reading and this healing and these activations for you, your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all, always. I'm sending you so much love for this beautiful integration of your inner child and your passionate purpose. If you want to dive deeper or you're looking for personal information or guidance, healing, activations, I am offering readings for a limited time. You can book or order your reading through the website below in the description box. Link to my website, it's tarotandbeyond.com. It can be found there. If you guys want to dive deeper here on the channel, we do have additional content. So you can become a member and receive additional weekly pick a card readings where you get to submit topics that you would like to see addressed, questions that you have, or just interact a little bit more one-on-one in a smaller group setting or format. I also do live streams once a month for the Soul Family members where we channel activations, downloads, healing, collective messages, and Soul Family direct messages as well. So we can interact a little bit more on that one-to-one basis. If you're interested, the information for memberships is also in the description box below. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. All the best, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.